see some asterisks up there.
What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick in here.
And in today's video, we're going to show you exactly the 7 things gurus do not want to show you in wholesaling real estate, the ones they are too scared for you to have, too scared for you to know in wholesaling real estate. And what specifically I'm going to do today is break it down, guys. The gurus do not want you to know this information, but I'm going to give it to you guys. These are going to be the secrets that you're going to need to know for wholesaling real estate success. I'm excited for it. We're jacked up. We're ready to go. Are you ready to go share the secrets the gurus don't want you to know? I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Let's break it down, guys. So that's what we're going to do, guys, because I feel like so many gurus out here, they have all these little secrets that they don't want to show you. They don't want you to know about wholesaling. And we're going to show you everything you need to know today about it. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. So if you're jacked up, ready to go, do me a favor. Make sure you go out here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we're going to share with you exactly everything the gurus do not want you to know. We're going to do the top 7 secrets of wholesaling real estate success. Everything you need to know so you can make as much money as possible. In wholesaling, we're ready to go. Do us a big favor if you are ready to go. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Comment below your questions. And we're going to break it all down. Without further ado, let's get ready. Let's get going. Let's get jacked. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Snap. We're ready to go, guys. We're jacked up. We're excited. We're going to share with you everything you need to know about wholesaling real estate success, and ready to go, guys, because I can tell you before we break down this information, these gurus do not want us to reveal this information, right? This is information that can lose them millions upon millions of dollars, right?
It's all behind their curtain steel iron veil.
It's in that little course, right?
If you pay my fee, I will release all the information. Well,
we're ready to go. Over. Guys, this is information, and I kind of said this yesterday a little bit, and I will reveal it again a little more today, but this is information that was not free. This was information that cost a ton of money to obtain.
Definitely.
Okay. First of all, so that's it. So we're going to just reset the audio really quick because the audio is not working real quick. So we just got to do a quick audio reset really quick. So all right, the audio should. Hello. Sorry for the little crackle there, but yeah, guys, this is audio that it's sometimes a little crackle, but no big deal. So guys, yes, what I've said before is this stuff does cost money. So we're going to do a quick audio check here. I'll go check the audio. Yeah, the audio is working here. So guys, what we're going to share today is the secrets of wholesaling real estate that the gurus don't want to tell you. So one thing I can tell you here is this information that we're about to share right now. Of course, the gurus give us technical issues, but we can edit it out. It's all fine. But one thing I can tell you about this is this information we're about to reveal, the top 7 secrets gurus do not want to tell you. One thing I can tell you about these secrets is it is not free. It has cost us 25 years of our combined wholesaling real estate knowledge to get this information to you. Millions of dollars of mistakes we've made in wholesaling, and really stuff that we have used to bring somebody to get to a level where the average wholesaler might take them 3 or 4 years to get that level. And when you get our information, you'll get it in 6 months, maybe even a year, right? And this is all stuff that was not free. This thing took a lot of time, guys. We're giving the average guy and gal out here, the quote unquote average Joe in wholesaling real estate, a world-class $10,000 education anywhere. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what country you live in. Everybody's getting a world-class $10,000 education. And I know this is a bad example for you because I know sometimes you don't like this to a point, but like when you get somebody that's maybe poor, they got no money, but they're really smart and really ambitious, and they can be a doctor or a lawyer, but they just don't have the money for it. It's like giving them a full ride scholarship to Harvard, and they're smart enough and they go and become the greatest medical doctor ever, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories like that. And I feel like there's so much wasted potential where people are so smart, but they're in such a bad situation. They can't go to their potential. And the only thing stopping them is that education. And that happens a lot with the greatest lawyers and medical minds and stuff like that. But like, it actually happens a lot in wholesaling real estate, where if we can just give that world-class information, that person that has no money, they're a single parent, and they're able to get that world-class wholesaling education, they can just bloom and create a life of their dreams, right?
Yeah.
One person, before I break this down, I do want to highlight them really quick, is they got world-class education, and this is really cool, guys. For our Wholesaling House for Real Mastermind, I do like highlighting some beasts that we see out here. I do want to give a really quick shout-out here to Daryl. Daryl's been listening to our stuff for a little bit, and from our free information, he was able to get a couple checks here. And I do want to highlight him and show you, before we break down these guru secrets of like this stuff works and why this education stuff works and what we say and the people that actually get that information and they do it, right? So let's talk about Daryl, right? Look, 26 grand from a deal. You got another 3,600 bucks. There's him in the check with his daughter. I see there. Like, guys, $40,000 check right there. Absolutely amazing, guys. Daryl out here, I do want to give a huge shout out to him. He's been posting on here. He gave a shout out to our free content, really helped him out. Tina says, that's me. What's up, Tina? Awesome. She was in there too. But like, want to give a shout out to him, guys. This information works, right? And I love that we can help somebody out absolutely for free, that, you know, you get that great information and then you take that information and then he actually puts action, right? Daryl never complained.
Yeah.
He didn't have to spend no course, no discovery call. He learned. And this is the result of getting that free education. So when I see somebody, when I see a guru come up to me and say, you know, Zach, there's no skin in the game. There's no way you'd be successful if you give it all for free. I show Daryl, right? I think Daryl had money before he started wholesaling, but like he got the free information. And how big is this check? Let's zoom in. Okay. Get my reading glasses on. But like,
You can borrow mine.
$40,000 stinking dollars. All right. $40,000. Another big check there with his kid. No, just checks everywhere galore. He's making this money. He's making it work, guys.
And guys, you know, look at the dates on it. It's all current. So this proves that the program that we offer at freewholesaling.com, if you will follow the advice and take the action and be diligent and follow through, it's the easiest path to make 100K. And honestly, I think me and Zach
I just want to
have more
Yeah.
proven. I don't even call you guys students. I just call you guys just beasts, because you go out there and do it. We have more success than all the paid gurus, students, whatever you want to call them. Guys, there's a 95% failure rate in the paid coaching business. Me and Zach are here to change it. He is proof that this system works. You're no different than him. You're no different than Zach. You're no different than me. The only different are the ones that actually take action and follow through and have the grit and the heart to get through it. So you need to take this information. Anyone tells you, oh, that stuff for free doesn't work. I'm here to tell you at Flip with Rick with free wholesaling, I believe by now we have more proven success cases than any other coach in the wholesaling business. I'm wide open for the challenge. Anybody shows me otherwise. And by the way, all our testimonials are checked. They're all organic. We don't go sit there and chase everybody down for checks. They post because they want to share with the community. And they want to help people and tell you this stuff actually works if you put it to action.
And so the reason why I'm showing this right here is I do want to, oh, where are we? There, you're the man on here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I just wanted, I did want to show this one last time because I just want to show this post for inspiration. And also because before I give you these secrets, these gurus are going to say, these are secrets, but you have to pay for the secrets. And if you don't pay for it, then it's not going to be good, guys. I just wanted to show that one post because it really was cool. Daryl just posted this 2 hours ago, but like, not to boast or brag, but to encourage those who feel like wholesaling isn't going how they expected it to be. Been really busy this past month because it was my first month wholesaling. First month wholesaling.
Yep.
Huh? And it really shocked me. I had a goal to do 100K in assignments before my newborn baby was born because this is a business I started for her. All right. This man had a lot of motivation. Okay. I didn't hit 100K, but got very close to right at $70,000 thanks to Zach and Rick for the free game. Definitely applied a lot to the knowledge to get my first deals. And then obviously as JVs and stuff, go check Daryl out. Pretty cool. And this just proves to us and proves to you guys that anything is possible in wholesaling real estate. Anything is possible. What I can tell you right now, it is ultimately up to you. Within under a month, you made $70,000. That was more than I made my first month. Definitely more than you made it in under a month. And
I didn't make that my first month.
the question is, how do you make these deals? How do you actually get like this much? It's your motivation. It's your drive, right? Now, me starting out, like there's two types of drives out there in the world. And there's money drives and then there's freedom drives and like an underlying reason. I wanted to quit my bag boy job. I was hungry and I did well for doing it, right? That was a huge hunger, chip on my shoulder. I don't have kids. I'm not married. But what I could tell you is if I was broke and I had a newborn daughter on the way, holy moly, with the amount of hustle I did because I didn't want to be a bag boy, can you imagine the hustle I would have done for that? Guys, he had the motivation.
Trying to tell me something?
No, I'm not telling you something.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, he had all the motivation.
Yep.
Back was on the wall, first month wholesaling. He didn't find an excuse. He got the free wholesaling content and he went to work. And
I think it's a great analogy because we all, like, I hear from all of you. I heard somebody wants to like bring their kids over to the country. I was talking to the gentleman on Monday, like, I got to get my rent paid like in the next few months or I'm in big trouble. Like, those are things that will push you along, but you've got to create your own why. You got to have a belief and you got to have conviction. If you have something really pressing, those people tend to just take more action and they're more direct with what they do. But just because if you don't have that pressing thing, you're going to have to create it on your own. And don't take these fake. There was a saying out there, you know, if I forced you, like if I took your kids away until you got a wholesale deal, would you be successful? That's ridiculous. That's completely false. We don't want to live in a world like that. But the idea is give yourself a deadline and take massive amounts of action. Don't wait for the deadline to be set for you. Hey, I got to pay my rent. I've got a newborn on the way. If I don't make this, I don't know how I'm going to spend time with them. Guys, life is really expensive, especially now. You couldn't pick a better time to get into wholesaling. If you get in to be financially free, to be free with your time, this is why most people get into it. But guys, it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have these pressing situations, that's okay. But just create the urge. Because here's the good part. You can always go back to what you're doing. Like, that's safe. You already know how to do it. And honestly, you know it's not working out for you. So if you decide to commit to wholesaling, go all in. Be just like these people. The only difference between you and them is they took a massive amount of action. Not all action is perfect. You can do the perfect action, not have a deal in your first month, but you got to keep going forward. And that's the difference between people that are getting deals and people aren't getting deals. If you have one bad month and you want to hang it up, wholesaling is going to be a rough ride. But if you stick around with us, you go to freewholesaling.com, you listen to people just like him, get the motivation, and just keep driving through. Think about Michael Jordan, man. Guy got cut from his high school basketball team, for God's sakes, you know? Nobody's there when the guy's taking thousands and thousands of shots in the gym with nobody standing around. Are you taking thousands and thousands of shots on wholesaling with nobody's looking? And that's the difference. Remember when I was talking about role playing? You've got to practice to yourself. Don't practice on your sellers. Guys, you do not have to be a master. You don't have to be the smartest person to do the business, but you have to take a massive amount of action to fail forward as fast as you can in wholesaling.
I agree. So let's get into it. Let's get in these secrets. Now, I wanted to motivate you guys, just show you that these secrets work. Okay. Like, people take the secrets. So I did want to take some time because I only really want the dedicated people to get this information. I really don't want the
It's not
people
like the video of the
that want to
secret, is
come
it?
in for 5. Yeah, it's like the secret. No,
We
it's
just
no, but
money.
but the truth is with this is how you take the information and what you do with it's more important than the information. And I do want to tell you before we give it to you guys, because we're giving a lot of game. I gave a lot. The amount of game I gave on closing sellers was 25 years combined of closing information I gave yesterday. And it was insane.
Yep.
And we're going to give some more secrets on it today. But I want to make sure that you guys know it's what you do with the information is more important than the information itself. No guru is going to tell you that. I guess this is our bonus tip. But what you do with the information is more important than the information itself. And I can have a case study of somebody that failed in wholesaling that got the same info as Daryl did, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Daryl made 70K his first month and somebody didn't. And maybe they live in the same market.
Yeah.
Is it the market that sucks? Or is it the action that sucks?
Yeah.
And I would say it's the market that the market's fine. It's the action that sucks and the attitude. So I'm telling you guys right now, it all comes down to how you perceive it. So let's break it down. Let's get into this. Let's really share this up and let's get it going. So let's talk about sort of what I kind of talked about before. That was number 7, sort of a bonus tip, gave it away a little, but let's break this down. So number 7 right here. Your income this year in wholesaling real estate is defined by how much you do versus how much you know. And this is something no guru will ever tell you. Every guru wants to let you know there's this one secret in wholesaling that's stopping you from becoming successful. If it's doing bovations or low nations or faux nations or whatever new term they make for wholesaling, that's not going to be the thing that's going to stop you from being successful, okay? It is how much you do versus how much you know. I've never found a successful wholesaler that said, you know what, I didn't know this one thing and that's what changed. No, it was they started doing more or they started doing the right things. You know, it's a lot of people sometimes in wholesaling really feel like this is something gurus don't mention, but how much you do is important, but don't feel like I'm like this Gary Vee type guy saying you got to grind 15 hours a day every single day for the rest of your life to be successful. It's not that. It's what you do though. It's going to be more special. So what I mean by this is like the guy out here telling me he's cold calling 5 hours a day is he not being successful because he's cold calling a vacant list or something in like Phoenix and he complains to me versus the same guy that's cold calling the probates for 30 minutes a day. And the guy who's doing probates is way better. It's not fair that the guy's working so much less, but it is fair because he's doing a list that no other person is doing. So he is being very efficient with his time with the right list.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's how much you do. It's how much probates you're pulling, stuff like that, guys. So it's how much you do versus how much you know. And knowing stuff's very important. It's 75-25, right? And that's the way I always look at it.
Listen, I'll take someone that will rip through the couple thousand phone calls, knock on the doors, send out the text, send out the mail, and do it in a consistent fashion. Here's the thing, guys. You all think you have to be super stars when you start a wholesaling. No, the person that takes the most amount of action towards marketing and treats these sellers like gold, they're the ones that do very well. Like you can't know your way through this. Like knowing, don't get me wrong, it's important. But would you say, Zach, that there's so many people that study like free wholesaling or lots of other content out there, they know a lot, but they don't do anything. As opposed to you take a guy or gal that doesn't know a lot, but man, they're going to make 2,000 cold calls.
Yeah.
I will take that person every time because I can easily educate you along the way. But the thing is, I can't make you go out there and take the action. That's something you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for. And if you think a coach is going to hold you accountable for that, in the end, they don't care if you do it or not because you already paid them. So it's up to the people that are going to take massive amounts of action. If you skip that part, your income's going to be severely limited, as opposed to the person who knows everything, but they're too good to make the calls because they're beneath them. I will take the person that will take the action every time, hands down.
I agree. So let's go into number 6 here. This is a shocker for a lot of people. This is absolutely true.
Uh-oh.
You have all the tools and the knowledge needed right now to be successful in wholesaling. And I'm saying this truthfully right now. I'm looking at you. I'm pointing at you right now. You have all the tools right now needed for wholesaling success. There is not a specific course. There's not a specific knowledge, guys. You have all the tools. You just got to do it. And what I mean by this, right? There is no secret thing out here that's going to show you how to do something the special way. You might get a little better at it, but it's not going to change it. It's like learning how to actually go out here and start running, right? Yes, you can buy a $50,000 running program and get all the coaches and stuff, but like 90% of the success just by doing it, right? So it's like, how do you get really good at, playing basketball or doing something, right? Like, you can watch basketball games for free. There's free YouTube content, guys. Everything, there's not this thing that you have to pay for. The gurus don't like you knowing, but like, it's all there. Like, if you want to learn how to do pretty much anything in this entire world, it's all on the internet. So I've been learning really a lot because I got this coffee maker, like this really crazy fancy thing. And I'm like, oh shoot, how am I going to learn how to do this? And like within an hour, I learned how to do that, right? I had to learn. I remember when I first started learning how to like, do stuff on cars. You helped me a lot, but like the internet is like, it shows you. Like, if I wanted to take apart my engine right now in the 1980s, it'd be really hard to do. Like straight up not knowing.
Let me tell you what, guys, doing a research paper in school in the 80s.
I know.
I would reveal my age, dude. I'm back in the Dewey Decimal System when you had to like pick through these cards. You had to go see the librarian. You had to find the book. And in the book, and an average encyclopedia was 4 to 5 years old by the time you're reading the dang thing. So, you know what the fastest communication was other than seeing someone live when I was younger?
Colin?
Magazines.
Yeah.
Newspapers. Newspapers were the trading block for us wholesalers when I started out. So now I go back to where we are now. It's
crazy.
Unbelievable. So I agree 100% with this statement. You guys have no idea. You literally have every tool at your disposal. Me and Zach are the only ones that pull the curtain back because we believe this is a basic skill set and we want to make it as easy for everyone as humanly possible. Life's hard enough as it is. You guys have to navigate through all these gurus. When you have a guru, a coach, a mentor that's trying to market the latest secret to you, run. Because there's no more secrets and no one secret's going to make you massively successful in wholesaling. And I've been doing this 20 years. There's no way.
They're not secrets because they were revealed in our freewholesaling.com course. But what I could tell you is like when I started wholesaling real estate, you can attest to this and I can definitely attest to this. And YouTube's really good on like dates with videos. I've been watching YouTube since I was in pretty much elementary school. Okay. When I started wholesaling real estate, I literally searched how to start wholesaling real estate. Or wholesaling real estate first deal, like all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you there was literally jack squat when I started out, there was jack squat. Everything was like a little bit of information. But if you want to learn how to close a seller, you got to buy the course. If you want to learn how to do cash buyers, you got to buy the course. If you want to learn how to market, that was it. I literally didn't learn wholesaling from YouTube. And it's crazy because it's weird because everyone starting out now is really learning it from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There was literally no videos and they're all like attorneys. It sucked. Okay. It sucked. Even your favorite like YouTuber that maybe did a video like 8 years ago, there's always a course on the bottom and didn't really give the information. So like so when I started getting successful and like after a year or two, I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I was like, you know what? I felt so bad that I went to YouTube and I tried to get that like free information and just wasn't there. Let's go do it. Hey, I'm 19 years old. That's what I said. I'm 19 years old. I'm like, you know what, Dad? I'm going to grab my phone. I literally grab my phone. Let's record this $50,000 wholesaling deal I'm doing at 19 years old. And that started the journey. And I'm like, okay, what if I'm going to make a video for my 17-year-old self on how to get started?
Yep.
And this is how this YouTube channel was born. And really cool. But pretty much we were the first guys that were doing start to finish tutorials on YouTube. And I mean, the thing's just blown up from there, but like you have all the tools, guys. And then I got really good at cold calling. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just do live cold calling? I'm like, when I started cold calling and I'm like, all right, let's do some live cold calls for wholesaling. And I search, I'm like, no one's live streaming. This is crazy. And I got really good at cold calling. Started live stream. I started doing the things that I was searching for because I needed to grow as a person in wholesaling. And we started doing it, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, crap. When I was first starting in wholesaling, I'm like, you know what? I don't know much about sub twos and lease options. Through the camera behind you, I grab my phone. I'm like, talk about subject twos, Dad. Yeah. And then I learned it. And then I'm like, you know what? I got all this info from you. Why don't you do some videos? I started recording you on my phone, and then it goes crazy, right? Because this is shocking, but like you were pretty much one of the first people to talk about subject twos, sub twos, lease options, seller buyback, like seller carrybacks, all this creative finance stuff on YouTube, like 3+ years ago before anyone really went on the scene on creative financing. there's a couple guys
without selling a product.
Yeah,
for
there's
it.
a couple guys. They're in their 70s or 80s now.
Yeah.
They've been doing it forever, but like not big on YouTube. I literally recording you on the phone talking about subject twos like 3+ years ago.
Yeah.
Insane, before anyone started a YouTube channel on it. So like all this information you had to pay for. And how did you learn lease options? You literally bought a CD, right?
I bought a CD book.
A big CD book, and that's how you
Yeah.
learn lease options. And then what you gained in that head right there, we made a video on. So guys, all the knowledge and tools that you used to have to pay for, no one literally did. I promise you, if it wasn't for us, you'd probably be getting a CD in the mail right now of how to wholesale. This is how crazy these gurus are. But guys, what I'm trying to tell you is there's nothing stopping you right now. There's not this one thing that's going to stop you from being successful, right?
No.
There's not.
We've
It
taken
yeah.
taken that away. So if you have a complete from start to end on wholesaling, and it remove the $10,000 price tag, dude, the rest is up to you. Like, you have to do it. I've taken that off to you. So when you come on here, like, let's take action. So when we do the masterminds and the one-on-ones, that's your time to fully take advantage of our program, because you just got a free program. You want to get and talk 10 minutes. We'll deep dive into what's working, what's not working for you, and focus you on a direction to get you to be successful. That's what we're here for. But
Let's talk about that for a second.
okay.
Let's talk about this for a second. The last thing the gurus got me on, which I was like, ugh, I couldn't beat him on this, right? Zach, you don't know what you're talking about. Rick, you don't know what you're talking about, because when you pay for a course, you get one-on-one talks with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what?
You get 1 on 100.
I said, you know what? Screw it. And so let me give the story on the free knowledge part. This is a quick story. I don't think I've really said this story ever publicly. So this is going to be really fun. And you've lived it with me, right?
Okay.
I remember I was on a Facebook group, and I'm not going to mention the Facebook group, but I was giving free, someone had a question on something, right?
Yeah.
And I gave an acquisitions tip of how to close a seller. I got suspended from that group for 28 days. And the guy DM'd me like, what TF? Why are you doing this? That is in my course. You can't be saying that. That's hidden knowledge in the course. And it's one of the largest Facebook groups in wholesaling. And then I was like, wow. I'm like, I've been doing this for 5+ years. And my dad showed me 20+ years ago. He's been doing this for 20 years. Yeah, I know, but that's in my course, so I can't allow it. I'm like, so you're suppressing me from giving free information. And so, you know what I did? I got out of the group. I said, screw it. I made my own Facebook group. I said, and I knew that guy wasn't wholesaling at all. I said, wholesaling houses for real. Okay.
Yeah.
Wholesaling houses for real, because I wholesale for real. I said, no gurus, no selling, just value. And I got like 50 people in the group. I was like, whoa. And what I did from there, then one of the gurus went up to me and said, oh, we do one-on-one calls. That's why they're not going to go with your free stuff. I said, you know what? Fine. I'm going to make this a mastermind. That's what I said. And you thought I was crazy. But you said it'll work, though. I said, anybody who joins this Facebook group, here's a Zoom. Every Tuesday after my live stream, I'm going to go do a Zoom call like a guru. We're going to do one-on-one calls.
Yep.
It went from 50 to 100 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5 to 10 to 15. Now we're at almost 70,000 people in it, and it's growing
out there, because all the other ones, they're filtering content information, so you have to buy something, and that is a really old school. To me, I just don't agree with it. So it's, you know what, it works. You guys seem to like it, so we're going to keep doing it. And dude, the world's changing. The way people consume content and information, and the idea is to get you up and get you started. And if you like working with us, we give you a million ways that you can spend more time with us. And who else goes live other than us 6 days a week? Like, nobody even does that stuff. And not only we do that, we provide regular videos on all our outlets, all our YouTube stations, our Facebook group, and it works, man. I think you guys like it. So it's definitely worked. There's no more active group on Facebook than Wholesaling Houses for Real. And there's a reason for it, because we cut all the crap out of it. All the spam's gone, and you guys can actually communicate and talk amongst each other without people constantly pounding you with trying to sell you stuff. So I think you guys are waking up. When you get tired of people constantly pounding you and shoving offers down your mouth 24/7, eventually you just got to go, listen, I don't want to deal with this cat anymore. It's just nothing but endless offers. And that's where, you guys decided to make a change on
I have
it.
a good one. So we have somebody that is not happy with me. So I do want to give a formal goodbye to this man. I'm sorry. Ooh, somebody that sells a course just commented. It looks like this man sells a course. Wow. I can't with this kid anymore. I love Rick, but his son is too much. And I only get comments like that from people that sell courses.
Yeah.
So this person just posted on Facebook. Can't wait to go to this quote unquote mastermind. A mastermind for coaches.
Yep.
The coaches of the coaches mastermind. My boy Dustin right here I literally just looked him up. Just posted he's excited to go to the mastermind for the coaches of the coaches to learn how to sell people. So I'm just letting you know, the only hate I ever get is from people that sell coaching. So I guess Dustin didn't like that comment because he sells coaching, and some of these, and I'll tell you, when there's a guru out here and I say something, oh no, Zach just revealed a secret that I can't say, that I didn't want him to know. And I didn't know we're going to have a live hater guru in the chat today. But I want to give a formal goodbye to Justin forever. Sorry, Dustin.
Yeah.
Sorry. Goodbye, Dustin. That was a cute one. That was cute. That was cute.
Dustin, what is it you don't like? Is it the truth? Is that what's bothering you the most? I get it, dude. You got to understand, I've watched the back doors of how every guru and coach operates. And listen, some do very well and they have a quality program and they don't do this ridiculous sales hype. But the fact you're attending a seminar to learn how to pull more money and flip more students than you actually do property, God bless you.
Ooh, ready? I go to his website.
Yeah.
Want to work together? Book a session by clicking the expert below
Book
button.
a call.
Book a call.
We should book a call.
Sorry,
right now.
Dustin. I'm not going to go book a call
Yeah.
because I'm too much for you because I give too much dang information. Jesus, bro.
Listen, Dustin, don't be hating on telling the truth, dude. Listen,
holy moly, we got a
I've
live
been to
guru in the
everything.
house.
And by the way, I've been invited to like your seminar.
Ooh.
You guys go enjoy it. You guys spend time with Mr. Hogan. You probably got one of those pictures flexing next to him, right? That's a great promo piece. But
Hogan. Okay.
Hulk Hogan.
What about Hulk? I don't know.
Whatever. But like, listen, don't hate on the truth. Like,
buddy.
Dustin, I got nothing personally against you. But if you're going to come in your comment and put your name out there, actually, I give you kudos for not hiding behind anything. But like, honestly, I know the truth hurts. I get it, dude. You're in a dying industry. This coach of the coaching, it's just.
I just wanted to put that on there, guys.
Okay.
When everyone says I have to deal with
get back to
live
our
guru
list.
haters, it's funny. I just got to get these guys out of my group.
I think it's funny, dude.
They're all in my group and they're all hating. But guys, just let you know.
Why would you hate on anybody giving free?
I love it. I feed off this energy. This gets me excited. The hat says it all. So let's keep going because, guys, if you didn't think I was going to give this information out, these gurus are watching me right now, stressing because I'm saying this information. You can see him in the comments. That guy is really hating on a 23-year-old kid for giving free information. And it works him up that I'm only on secret number 2. We got a lot more to go, and Dustin's got to watch it. Have fun, Dustin.
Dustin. I am not part of that group
Whoa.
where we're going to keep all information secret, share these ridiculous tactics, and then try to take advantage by flipping students. You know why? It's extremely scalable.
Woo!
You know, you can flip a lot more students than you can houses. I'll even publicly admit it. But you know which direction I'm going in. But
Dustin, you do not want to pull up on a debate with me, buddy.
Dude, don't hate the player. Hate
do
the game,
not be
man.
doing that. All right. Go check out the last one. All right. Let's talk. Number 5 here. Okay.
See how many gurus we can get to check
I didn't know they're commenting.
It's fun.
How does a guru feel like they're so upset that they have
the
to
reality
comment?
is they think we're actually destroying their business model.
We are.
Yeah, but the reality is, things change, man. I used to do his business model like I consumed it back in 2003-4.
I can't even see it. I blocked him. So
yeah. So, but
guys, I only block you if you're. I can't say it. I'm not going to say it about
either
him.
contribute or get out of the way. And if you're watching the stream to try to protect your coaching revenue, You're doing it all wrong. Go provide so much value. You blow people out of the water, and I wish you all the best of luck. But don't be watching on me and my son's stream to figure out, oh my God, what are they going to say? You're going to ruin my business. I'm not ruining your business. You're just not changing with the times, and you're stuck in the old way. Go provide such tremendous value that people have to flock to your site instead of you going to a seminar to figure out how to pull more money out of people's pockets.
So I just thought it was funny, guys. I just wanted to bring up, we have a live hater in the live Guru PD. I like that one. That's true. We got live Guru PD. So let's
I wonder.
let's let them rip.
All these people
let's let them rip.
so
Let's let them. Gurus, please come up.
We should give.
Please go in line to be blocked. I would love it. I would love to roast you too. So let's go here. Number 5 here. Let's keep it ripping. Let's get these gurus even more upset. Why not? Number 5. Government lists are free and available. Me by saying that statement is one of the scariest statements you can ever tell a guru.
God, Zach, you can't say that.
It is one of the scariest statements. I go, take it off, Zach. You know why? First of all, these gurus are mad because we're getting a lot of people watching right now live.
Mm-hmm.
They're upset everyone's going to freewholesaling.com. They're upset we have all these people. They're upset that they have a 23-year-old out here giving more information than they can ever give in their paid course. But guys, government lists are free and available. But why is this scary?
Well, the reality is, if you are a guru watching, I don't mean to keep harping on the subject, is you should be excited that an old man like me and a young buck like this is attracting so many people to wholesaling. If you truly have such an amazing product, you should be able to you should fill your pipelines. I am doing you a public service by attracting people, making their lives better. So
no one's going to buy your stupid course. All right. So if you're broke, you're going to sell the course. So what I can tell you is government lists are free and available. Why is this scary? Why is this scary for gurus? Number 1, first of all, gurus don't know how to pull this list because gurus are broke, and gurus do not know how to do this. They don't know how to do this is because they only know one way. How can I go sell you a course and then make money off of a software sale off it? Obviously, we have software links. I do not stray away from that. But I do tell you, and I tell everybody, you should not use software starting. You should use government lists.
Correct.
No other person, and I stand by the statement, there's really no other person that says government lists. Before us,
you just can't make money.
They can't make money off of you. They don't know how to do it. And a lot of these people are making money off of government lists. They can't, the gurus can't make money off of you, and they don't know how it works. And a lot of wholesalers are making money from these type of lists, and nobody really mentions them. So why it's so scary for them here, this is the honest truth. When you got no money starting out, the gurus want you to come out here, put 10K on a credit card. I have statements. You guys send it. I get too many of these sent to me of gurus, actually their support call teams on the discovery calls tell 18-year-old kids, teenagers, put 10K on a credit card and then put it on the software and then start wholesaling. They want you to get 12K into debt. Okay. Ruin your credit to get into wholesaling. When a lot of those broke 16, 17, I was broke at 17, 18-year-olds can actually go out here, pull a government list for free. They live in Sweden, right? Mm-hmm. And make like 40, 50K. Gurus don't want you to know that because they want you to put that money on a credit card when you got no money.
And just to let you guys know, that phone call interview you're dealing with, that person is getting 15 to 20% of whatever you pay just to convince you to take that, just to show you how inflated the numbers are going to be. So do the math on that. Okay. If you're doing a $10,000 course, they're walking away with $1,500 to $2,000. What do you think their incentive is? No matter what, get this person signed up. And it just, I think it's wrong. You start, like, if you want to do a call to find out, but in the end, do you have a credit card? Hey, you qualify. And when you start paying salespeople 15 to 20%, man, dude, some bad things happen in wholesaling because it's not about you. It's about the sale, and that's it.
And just, yeah, it's
if
funny.
Anyone's got to convince you to do it, you probably shouldn't do it, in my opinion.
I agree.
So
the gurus don't ever mention that. I'm just letting you know, it's hilarious to
15 to 20% right off the bat, dude. You just whoop.
It's nice insane. And money. I'll say this too, just because Dustin really got me excited today. And I'm just going to say this because I don't want Dustin to lose any sales.
I'm sure Dustin's still tuned in.
Yeah, he's tuned in watch. I don't want him to lose any sales from this, but I will tell you, a lot of these guru courses are negotiable. So just FYI.
They're all highly negotiable.
So
and now they all have payment plans.
If my boy Lustin is selling course for $1,000, if you're on a sales call, say I can give you 500, they're going to take 500. They're going to lose out.
No, just say, listen, I go over to freewholesaling.com and they get it for free. Can you match that price? So Guys, wholesaling is a basic skill set to jumpstart you in real estate investing. I'm telling you, it is not complicated. You guys can put in the comments, any of you have bought a course. I've bought courses. Everyone's bought a course. Behind these courses is just really basic information. The latest thing I've seen come up is, well, you get accountability with our course. You won't get accountability with free. I go, dude, you can't be accountable to yourself. Do you really think some stranger guru is going to make you accountable? Do you think at the end of the day, he or she cares if you're successful or not?
They
I know
don't.
they want you to be, but as long as they get paid, they have a win in their column. And if you don't do it, they're not going to make you do it. You paid them. Like they're just going to give you the rah-rah speech. So accountability, guys, that's an old tired statement. It doesn't work.
So yeah, it's crazy. Let's go to number 4. This is my most controversial statement I've ever said about gurus. And I get in a lot of trouble from gurus, but it's true. These gurus are broke. And what I mean by they're broke, right? A lot of them, they make a good money selling courses, but as a wholesaler, they are broke. They are mentally broke, and they are a lot of them are broke because they're on their hands and knees begging you to go buy their course.
That's why they do. That's why they do coaching.
Let me tell you why they're broke. They have so much overhead in their guru coaching program. They're spending, I know a couple gurus spending tens of thousands of dollars every month on YouTube ads.
How many ads have we ran?
0. I've never ran one ad. And what I mean by that is if no one buys their coaching program, they go broke. And it's crazy. So like, let's say, for example, and let's give a hypothetical. I've never wished this on anything. But let's say the internet goes out for 4 or 5 years. Okay. It's like a blip.
That might be nice.
No, it won't be nice. It'd be terrible. If the internet goes out, we're back in the 70s, right? These gurus are broke because they can't sell their programs, right? Me, I'll be wholesaling all day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'll be wholesaling like a crazy guy. Okay. I'll be driving for dollars like a maniac. I would just be wholesaling. It'd be nice. No craziness. These gurus are all broke because they can't sell their little course. Without their little coaching program, they're broke. And you got to understand, you can't listen to them unless they do deals. So like, I'll give you one example. There's a ton of cold calling gurus out there, schmoorus. There's not one guru that will literally hit the live stream button and close 2 sellers in 30 minutes. There's not one on a Zillow for sale button or any cold calling list. There's not one. They'll click the live button. They'll randomize where they're calling. They'll give a completely random list that is 100% it's 100% randomized. You can't cheat the system.
Yeah.
And they'll close 2 deals in that live stream. There's nobody except for me that will do that. So why would you listen to any other cold calling guru if they can't do that? They can't close a seller over the phone. Why are you going to listen to their advice, right? It's like going up to the guy that's going to tell you he's going to make $1 billion, but he's living in his mom's basement, and then his mom comes down and gives him dinner for the night. Are you really gonna learn to make $10 million a month with that guy? I'm sorry, but like,
guys, majority of gurus, the predominant amount of their income, not even in their investments, is from coaching income. Okay, so how are you going to trust someone to give you information when 90 to 95% of their income is derived from coaching? It does. Think about that balance. If coaches had to disclose that, and I know there's no way to ever force them to do it, you would be in shock. Because think about it. If that is their bread and butter, I can flip 500 students. Maybe they flip 5 or 10 houses a year, like being generous. Which do you think they're going to spend most of their energy on? They are going to concentrate on turning and burning you guys, bringing on staff members, getting overheads. This is why you see, guys, when you go to like a seminar, dude, you're walking into an environment. They have to sell you something because that stuff ain't free. They're not doing it for your personal good. They get you hyped, pumped, and motivated and primed to sell something, and then they're out the door. That is ridiculous. And then I already told you guys, when you hear evergreen or lifetime membership,
it's crazy. So let's go to the next one, but I do want to break down this comment because this is funny. This is irony at its finest, and I will bring up irony. We love Ryan out here. Does have great questions. He says, not going to lie, I appreciate your content. It's amazing. At the same time, I feel like all you ever talk about is don't listen to the gurus. I would love for you to watch my video yesterday. I went for an hour straight of how to close sellers, and I have freewholesaling.com. Okay. Why do I say don't listen to the gurus? First of all, because if I don't say that, y'all are going to listen to the gurus. And guess what was the comment before Ryan's comment? You ready to see what it is? This is why I tell people don't listen to the gurus. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Michael said, I wish I've seen you before I spent $7,800.
7,800.
7,800. So I'm telling you right now, Ryan, does that answer your question? Michael's got 2 kids right there. I can see beautiful kids, right?
Yep.
You think he could have spent that money more wisely than a broke guru?
Oh, dude, marketing, the basics to get set up,
food for kids, roof,
yeah.
electricity, school. So Ryan, I get asked all the time. I'm just saying this nicely. Like, I got nothing against Ryan. Ryan, I appreciate your support. I'm just answering this question. You gave me a question because there's people out here that sometimes can't afford. They give their last dime from a lying guru, and if no one else can tell them that they're lying, it's bad. $7,800, 8, 10 grand, and they say, Zach, you gave better information and more information than they could ever have. Because I want to help people out that lose tens of thousands of dollars from these programs. So Ryan, that is why we do it. Okay. You literally saw our boy Daryl out here, 70K in 1 month. Okay. And he learned from me not to buy a course. I told him that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He listens to her and then he made 70K. That's why we do it. Because we have to sprinkle that in there, first of all, so you don't do these crazy broke gurus, so you don't waste your money. Because they'll tell you everything you want to hear.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But
guys,
that's why.
We just want to give you options. Okay. I've been in this business a long time. Do you ever notice that most of the coaching, they're so eager to solve all your problems with these marketing fixes like, oh, you're going to flip houses from the beach. And so before you get into it, if you could look at their coaching program, make sure you're not signing any crazy agreement that restricts you. But the minute you ask for this stuff, it's like, no, we can't do that. Remember, once you give them their money, you are done in their column. You're one and done. You're going to get a program far less than what we offer, but I make mine transparent. They don't. And we're just trying to give you options. But so many of you guys are looking for a quick fix with a coach. I'm here to tell you, if you do paid or you do free, you are taking the journey one way or the other, because they are not going to do this for you. And if you think they're going to hold you more accountable and you hold yourself, come on, maybe that's part of the problem. I'm telling you.
And I would love to stop talking about gurus if these gurus, there's top gurus out here that are telling 18-year-olds to get credit cards. And they have their parents that have no money, and they're putting them as the they're putting them the co-signer. Guys, it drives me crazy that this is actually happening, and the top gurus are actually doing this. So this is why I'm so I talk about it a lot, because if you get into wholesaling and you don't watch your stuff, you're going to have people shoving for you to go into debt. And yes, we talk about don't get into debt for anything. Don't get into debt. There's debt for real estate rentals. That's one thing, but that's for another day. But debt to get a college degree for 10 grand, stupid, right? Because you can get a lot of it for free. Yeah, but at least, but I know that's one road. But at least with a college degree, you can use that and sort of get a regular job that will give you some money. When you got 10K to Mr. Guru with a cool hat, and you get a free T-shirt. No college degree is going to care about that. No job is going to care about that if you're going to get in it. So I'm just telling you guys, I know we say don't go to college for if you're going to get into wholesaling, go into college. I mean, I went to college, got my degree. It didn't hurt, right? But there's actually things worse than that, right? And it's getting a guru. So that's why we do it. Okay,
guys, we just want to give you options. Okay. And when you guys talk about it, we explain it. If you look in this entire comment thread, you're going to see there's probably a half dozen people saying, dang, they hit me for this. They hit me for that.
If I never mention it, right?
If I can just save one of you. And by the way, when you get on that phone call, you're going to have a slick talking salesperson. Why? Because they're earning 15 to 20% or whatever you get them. You can't blame them, man. The guy or gal is trying to make a living. They didn't create the system. They're just trying to make money on it. So,
and one last, and go ahead.
No, that's it. I just want you to understand the options, why you hear such desperation on these phone calls, because they want to make money. It's the American dream. I don't even blame them. The problem is you're being sold a system that is really basic information. And when it's all said and done, you're going to get 10 times what you get with that. That's my opinion. I think it's fact. But
and one last thing. And this is, Ryan, I get it. It seems like I repeat myself sometimes with it. Unfortunately, I have to repeat myself because let me give you one last story. I had somebody DM me on Instagram yesterday. I didn't actually tell you. I got to tell you.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out here on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, And this happens for anybody that has even like 1,000 followers for wholesaling. This happens all the time. Unfortunately, this is true. People in, no, I'm not going to like say in a country because we have wholesalers in those countries too. There's like countries that are known for having online scammers. It's a bad stereotype. I get it, but there are some, and they do this where they will find, this happened yesterday, where someone made an account. They called it like Zachary something Ginn, or like they used my name. They used my picture. They added fake followers. A lot of gurus like doing that. Quick tidbit. I just want to make gurus mad. If there was a wholesaling guru that has over 400,000 followers on Instagram, there's a 90% chance they have half of their followers are fake. Half of them are usually from the Philippines, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to upset any more gurus.
You guys
But
pick who you follow.
It's kind of funny. But what they do is they use my name. They make a fake Instagram. They make it look just like me, right? And then they DM you because it has the same amount of followers as my regular Instagram.
Yeah.
And they say, join my wholesaling course, limited 1,000 one-on-one mentorship. And it says it's on Telegram, right? Like I don't use Telegram. Guys, the reason why I repeat it over and over again, because there was 10 to 15 bots that are trying to scam you of a grant.
Yeah.
Oh, Western Union it.
We're not
to
going to
this
ask you guys
Asian
for money.
website, and then do it on this like international. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, the reason why I repeat it is because like, hey, this person DM me. I know you always say don't buy guru coaching, and it says you're looking to charge me $1,000. I literally have the wire ready to send. I just want to confirm it's you. But they had second thoughts because they heard me repeat over and over again how I'll never sell a course, and it stops it. Unfortunately, when you have a guru that charges things, those people they steal thousands of dollars from our followers. And that's why because we have all these people. I have one last thing. I have gurus actually doing this too. They said, I am best friends with Zach Ginn, and he said I'm the best wholesaler and you should buy my course. I get screenshots sent to me all the time.
Yeah.
And just so you see me repeating why you shouldn't buy a coaching program, because once you get that, you should be like, wait, Zach always says this. He repeats himself so many stinking times. I get it, right? Unfortunately, I have to repeat it at the same time. How many times do you think I've told you guys to pull a probate list? And most of y'all haven't pulled a probate list. Okay. I guess I got to repeat myself more, but I'm just telling you, that's why we do this so hard, because there's so many scammers out here pretending to be me. Guys, I will never, I want to say this one last time in this video, and I'll stop repeating it. I will never sell you a course. Rick Ginn will never sell you a course. We're not going to sell you a guru coaching program. There's no one-to-one mentorship that's paid. It's all for free. It's all here. So that's it. Let's get into the next one here. This is a really important one. Confidence will define if you close a deal. There is nothing else that's really going to be this game changer thing, this secret more or less for closing deals, unless you have confidence, right? You can have the best lines, best, it's confidence, right?
And really, confidence is one of those words that's really hard to describe as a definition. I look at confidence as more of it's definitely a feeling you get. And then also it's not an image you project. It's a character trait you project. So like when I'm doing business with someone, like if they don't seem confident in like what they're doing, I don't get nervous, but like, man, I go really like, can you go get someone that knows what they're doing?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the person that like, can you get your manager? Cause I don't think you know what you're doing. I've watched people, you guys ever go to a restaurant? You have a brand new waitress. Like, listen, it's my first day. Well, I just had this happen last week and she goes, listen, I don't know everything. She goes, but I'm going to give you the best service I possibly can. I was just like, perfect. And she was honest up front. She bent over backwards. She had to come back a million times, but I gave her leadway. When they come up and they never like spend time with you and they're very nervous and they can never answer any questions, they never get back to you, that doesn't project confidence, and that person won't be tipped well, and you probably won't go back to that restaurant for a while. And the confidence thing it's something that you have to start to project even before you have a deal. But once you get your first deals, I can't explain it. It just blows up. It is a proof of concept, and your sellers feel it. And it's one of the biggest secrets that no guru, no one else is going to tell you. Unfortunately, in the beginning, you have to project it yourself, even though you don't have it. So it's like the definition of faith. You have to believe in something, even though you haven't physically or mentally proven it to be true. But we have enough history. We have enough testimonials. I've been doing this 20 years. Zach's going over 5 years. You know the path is there. You just got to follow it. Confidence, guys, is everything in wholesaling. And I'm not talking about, you can't be too confident, but you can't be loosely confident. Once you get confidence, it will change your trajectory of wholesaling.
And so one thing I heard, I did hear, there's only one definition of confidence I heard. And it was really cool. And this is something I tell everyone, confidence is the belief in the words you say and the conviction you have in your heart of what you're saying. And it's really a reflection of that. And that was really the best definition I found, because when you say something confidently, it's just if you believe in the words you say.
Mm-hmm.
So for an example, right, confidence is more important than the words you say to a point. So if I have somebody that comes up to me and I'm a waiter, or if I have the peanut allergy and they say, Zach, I have a severe peanut allergy. Are you sure that this dish has no peanuts in it? And I say, no, it doesn't have peanuts in it. No. And then like, I just, right. And I was like, no, I promise. No, it has no peanuts in it. I said the same words, but I said one confidently. I said one not confidently. Think about that statement. When I say it confidently, I have a 100% belief. I know in my heart, there's no peanuts in that. When I'm not sure, I can say the words right, but it's subconscious. It's like when you talk to a seller and you smile, you sound happier. Even if you're not happy, even if you smile, it's harder.
You know what the best analogy for it is? You're going to hate me for this one.
I probably will. Not hate you, but yeah.
And dude, this is not my company, and this company gives me all sorts of internal problems. But like Little Caesars with the Matt Stafford video,
you're obsessed with that one.
It's just like, so the girl's training, like, Matthew, you ready? He's like, so say pizza, pizza. He goes, pizza, pizza. She goes, say it like you mean it. Pizza, pizza. And then finally he's like, pizza, pizza. She's like, we're ready. And that's what you kind of have to do with the sellers. I hate when you go in the quiet, timid voice. I'm all about mirroring, but like sometimes, man, you got to bring it to the house. And it is confidence. Like, do you think how you say pizza makes any difference? Confidence, you can hear it, you can feel it, and you kind of smell it. And I don't know how else to tell you this. It's a feeling you can't touch, you can't smell, but man, do your customers, they know it. Like they just go, have you? And that's when you start. So when you don't have confidence, that's when they start asking you questions that will really rattle you. How long have you been doing this, Zach? How old are you?
Can I get a proof
you
of
don't
funds?
Look like you could buy a house. It's just like, once you let the weakness of the confidence come, it's going to open a gateway of questions that is going to sidetrack your entire purpose of being there. So how do you get confidence? You practice it. You role play it till it's endless, till it's burnt in your mind. Remember, a good basketball player, Michael Jordan, thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of shots, if not a million.
Well, I said this yesterday. Remember that basketball game when I was in like middle school, fifth grade? You remember that TNT night when Kobe Bryant had that game-winning shot and it was like Dwayne Wade guarding him? It was like they were down by 2 points, and then Kobe shot a 3.
Yeah, they
showed like a replay. Kobe really never made a shot like that before. It was like this fadeaway 3-pointer, but they showed him in practice doing it 1,000 times.
Yeah,
never did that before. 1,000 times did that shot.
You can't practice in front of your customers, and
I told them that yesterday.
All the time, the role play. Role playing is probably one of the biggest secrets to boost your confidence and get you closer. The ultimate booster is getting a deal done. But remember, you can't get a deal done unless you progress on your role playing, which builds your confidence before you do your first deal.
And what I can tell you about confidence, I'm telling you right now, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they've all had confidence with every shot. I've already told you, Kobe Bryant, I think his field goal percentage was like under 50% or under 60%. Like he missed
Shaq's numbers.
No, I know. Well, Shaq's got a good field goal percentage because he didn't shoot. He just lay up. So it makes it look better. But like Kobe Bryant didn't make every single 3-pointer. And he was confident. You're not, even with 100% confidence, you're not going to make every shot. And that's just how the game works. And that's it. So the reason why I just want to give everyone a full disclosure, why you're so crazy about this Matt Stafford commercial. You have Matt Stafford in your fantasy quarterback, and he absolutely got destroyed
me.
And that's why you're upset. That's why you're upset.
Pizza.
So
you gotta
it haunts him when he watches football and that commercial comes on.
But you know what? The girl in that commercial is the best part. She goes, "We're ready." It's like, maybe we need to do that when we get people on lives. Like, wholesaling. Like, say it like you mean it.
So I'm just
Like,
letting you know that's why he's
Guys, how
upset
you
over it.
project yourself is everything. This carries on to your spouse, your kids, your siblings. I'm just telling you, I struggled with this when I was a very young man. I didn't have the guidance to do it. And now that I understand it, you can access this at 14, 15 years old. This isn't some secret you figure out in your 30s or 40s. The sooner you can master this, the easier life will become.
Yeah, I'm telling you
I
guys.
already told you, you can overcome anybody's obstacles on average just by overcoming it twice. The average person rolls over after their first objection. And that's the problem with a big problem in our society right now.
So that's why at freewholesaling.com, guys, I tell you, go to freewholesaling.com. That's our free real estate wholesaling course right here. Freewholesaling.com. I'll show you exactly everything you know about wholesaling real estate. Absolutely for free, confidence, all that stuff. The next one here, let's get the next one. This is a great one. This is one that you've been saying forever. I've been saying forever. You are not lowballing enough. And this is something nobody ever wants to say, but I've said this about acquisitions yesterday too, a little bit. But like, if you want to do $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 deals, you're not lowballing enough. And if you're not doing a $50,000 deal, you're probably not lowballing enough. And not every deal is going to be a $50,000 deal. I'm telling you that, right?
Yeah.
You get paid according to the motivation of a property. But a lot of you guys out here are not lowballing enough. You're not using the strategies we teach at freewholesaling.com so you know how to lowball the right way. You're losing so much. And one thing you taught me early on that was a huge game changer for me was just say a number that scares you when you say the number, right? And I started doing that. I started just giving off, like, I remember one deal, I made a huge amount. I think I made like 40K, but I was like 18, like stupid young. And I was deathly scared to offer this person. And I did the scariest offer ever and they accepted it and made 40K. And I was like, okay, you know what? The least I'm probably getting is 100K. I offered 70 and they took it. And this is not the one you're thinking about. This is another one.
Okay.
But like 70K and they took it. And the lowest I would have been at was like 100 on that. So like the moral of the story is you're not lowballing enough. And if what's the worst thing to say in a lowball? No, because if you do it right at freewholesaling.com, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. So we teach you to go for no, because I'd rather you be uncomfortable, scared, frightened, and get a better price. So when you go to sell it, you don't get 35 rejections going like, I don't understand what the problem is. You guys know you come on this live. When you come to me and you've talked to 10 cash buyers and they all tell you paid too much, you paid too much.
Yeah.
You did not offer a low enough price. You didn't go for no. The cheaper you get these under contract, the more options you have. And so much in wholesaling is being taught, just get it under contract and figure it out later. In a smoking hot market, you can get away with it for a short amount of time. Those days are over, guys. You've got to buy at quality prices because that's going to be the expectation. So get that negotiation done and upfront once, because if you get the wrong price, you're going to have to negotiate probably 10 or 12 more times between your cash buyers and going back to that seller. So you're better off. You do yourself a service by going for no up front, and it makes this business easier. If you get an easy yes, you probably paid too much, and you're really going to have to go through 50 or 60 cash buyers to find one numbskull that will overpay for the property.
It's crazy. But guys, you got to start lowballing more. And I promise you, go to freewholesaling.com and show you to do it. And
The worst thing to do is say no.
True. And the last but not least, cash buyers come down to 5 main sources.
Uh-oh.
And
That's
I don't care.
Entire course for people.
I don't care whoever your schmuru is. I don't care what they have to say, whatever your dispo one is, okay? Wholesaling real estate when it comes to dispositions and selling your deals, it all comes down to really 5 main sources, like really main ones, okay? There's no way around it. If you're going to find cash buyers, it's going to be in 5 different ways. And I know it's kind of broad, I'm doing this, but like if you want to figure out any way to find a cash buyer, this is it. Facebook groups and Facebook posts, which I show you at freewholesaling.com.
Mm-hmm.
Cash that literally just people that are buying properties cash. There's softwares, listarea.com, zachdata.com that show you absolutely for free. There are for rents where the landlords are, guys. Realtors, networking, MLS, JV deals. Pretty much I call it networking more or less, all of them, right? And the last one, cash sales come down to realtors also. And the last one's auctions, right? There's not really any other way around it to go find cash buyers. I mean, you could find
They're all
rich
going to
people
wind
and
up
then
in one of
see,
these
yeah,
categories.
they're most of them are going to be in there. So like if I have a guy and he wants to buy properties and then he wants to rent them out, they're probably going to be in the for rents, right? I'm just telling you guys, like it's all on there, right?
And anyone who's trying to sell you a piece of software that will automate your dispositions,
Where they're doing that though, like they're going to go to
I'm just
cash
telling you.
sales and then they're going to revert. Like they all every dispo software that
it's
costs
just
$1 million,
scraping, but you still
they scrape this information.
you still got to make the phone call. You still got to do the work.
Yep.
And honestly, you're not really saving that much time and money
agree.
by going with the software. So if it's some sort of crazy promise, oh, the software will sell you all your deals for you, you don't even have to work. Dude, that's not going to happen. Like it always requires some sort of work. Somebody has to talk to people, they have to qualify, and they have to vet people. And there's no way a computer can do all that for you. Can it take some of the information, scrape it? Yeah. But are you going to pay a huge price tag to do that? Yeah. And you know what? It's probably going to be out of business in a year or two. I would not rely on anything like that. Guys, when it comes down to it, these are the main categories where you find cash buyers. That's it. They all fall in one of the categories. Just use them. You have to go find that information. How you get it is up to you, but you have to pick up the phone and just start calling all these people. And if you think you're just going to text them deals, not in this market. You actually have to work and you have to connect with sellers.
I agree. So those are them, guys.
Buyers, sorry.
We have a cool like little bonus one, I guess we got from Jonathan. We love Jonathan. He's always getting a lot of great comments and support. So shout out to Jonathan. Thank you so much. He says you can always. I've said this a lot. I said this yesterday, and I love. I shout out to Jonathan because like I say a bunch of like crazy wisdom stuff,
Yeah.
and I throw it all. I just out there, right? And then people like take it down, they write it down, and like Jonathan heard that, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a really good one." So he puts in the comments for other people to have, and so he like shares it out to the world. So I want to give a shout out to Jonathan. People just comment stuff and tidbits that we say.
Yeah.
And I love when people do that, right? Because they're giving value to the audience and the people in the comments. So I love it. So one thing I said here is you can, and he says this too, you can always come up in price. It's just a number, but you can never go lower. And I've always said this, and this is true because
it's
think
hard.
Think of a negotiation, ready? Can I buy your house? How much you want to sell it for?
200,000.
150. Can you do 150?
Nah, I'm gonna need more than that.
Okay. What?
175.
120. See, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't work, right? I can't go to 200 to 150, 175 to 120. Because
that'll get you kicked out.
Yeah, they say like I've watched Pawn Stars, okay? I know how this game works. You're right, but like guys, you can't do that. And that's a little like quick tidbit. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's
you know, Jonathan's right there. The idea is that when you go in a low price, I know a lot of you are thinking like, dude, that's the last thing I want to do, Rick. Like that, I'm going to get no. Just because you offer a low price, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. If you get it, God bless you. That's amazing. And there's probably more wrong with the property than you ever thought was. But the idea is when you put out that price, you're fishing to get a counter rebuttal for them to try to find out what their bottom line numbers. That's the purpose of it. If it sticks, you should probably be concerned. So if you're thinking of offering 100 and you offer 40 and the guy or gal says yes, you're probably going to have to deep dive and see why they bent over so fast, because that's not a good sign, in my opinion. I want to hear it, Rick. I can't do that. The lowest I can go is 65,000. Now I'm going to negotiate. I'm probably going to fight for 55 to 60 to get into those numbers if they work under my parameters. But remember, you're going to get rejected on a lot of these. You're looking for some sort of counter. It is just a technique so you can pull it out of them, okay? If you think you can sit here and just write offers and hand it to sellers, it doesn't work that way. You have to do this. I hate to say it, but some of them are going to play a game with you and you have to play along. If you don't play along, you're not going to get many deals. Every now and then people just roll over and go, absolutely, I'll take it. And I love those, but you can't depend on those. So you got to play ball with them. Remember, if somebody wants more from you and they won't bend or negotiate, make sure you get flexible terms on your inspection period, because you're going to have to find the perfect buyer to make that work out. I don't like to do those deals, but like some of you guys can get away with doing that. So just make sure you got a super long inspection period, 30 or 60 days. Don't go into a deal that's super tight with a 10-day inspection period. You're doomed to fail. So keep that in mind.
I agree. So let's go over some quick comments. We got one-on-ones today too. So we're here to always talk to people, help everyone out. We've got some interesting comments, some cool ones. So I want to give a shout out. So shout out to Jamal. He's always on here. Went on his podcast. He's a great dude. Great info and appreciated. To the Gins, thank you for giving what others don't. And that's a real opportunity. The Gorillapreneur. That's why he's got the gorilla on it. I love it. I thought
those things are strong, man.
those things are scary.
They're scary, man.
They're less violent than chimps. I'll tell you
Really?
that. Yeah, but I mean, a gorilla they're stronger, but like, they're less, if you're stuck with a gorilla, that's a lot better than being
a gorilla could bench press.
Well, they're pulled. They're not like, I don't think they're big pushers, but they're big at pulling.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like that because they're swinging on trees and stuff. But the Gorillapreneur, I think that was a really cool
gorillas
name.
swing from trees? I think climb a tree.
I think
they're a little big to be swinging from a tree.
I think they can swing from a tree. All right.
They
Ethan
scare me,
says,
man.
literally Solo Guru talk about how many students they have, which is nearly 5,000. And the course costs anywhere from 7 to 10 grand, which is a weird difference. Make millions of dollars from selling courses. They are making money from their students than the real estate business. I mean, that's how it all works. 5,000 is a stretch.
5,000.
I don't know
be a
many.
big number.
That's a big number. And that's from somebody that has hundreds of thousands of students, right? I mean, we have over 50,000 people in the course. And we have almost 70,000 people in the mastermind. And then another combined 100,000 everywhere. Like, it's insane. What I can tell you guys is that's a lot. But I would love to see some independent numbers showing that, which I don't think many gurus are going to show. That's crazy. These gurus,
I can't control it.
They make a ton of money, guys. We can make a ton of money selling courses. We just want to give it out for free.
The one thing you'll learn, the one way, if you want to identify a true guru, is listen to their ego. And when I say listen to it, watch their actions, everything like that. When they have to constantly brag and boast about how like phenomenal their business is. And I don't have a problem with that, but when you're using it as a leverage to get students, I just don't think that's the right way to do it. But I've already told you guys to be truly successful in real estate as a whole for real estate investing, and it just starts with wholesaling. Lose your ego. You can do so much more damage without your ego. It's unbelievable. Unfortunately, my first 2 or 3 years, I held on to it strongly. I didn't realize how bad it was. And your ego is a very self-serving, very selfish way of you getting recognition and significance. And if you understand that, if you just get it out of the way, you are much more open to listening to everyone. Hey, listen, I've been burnt by a lot of people, but I don't dismiss everyone because then I'd miss out on a lot of good people. So we all have to serve it. My ego constantly tries to check and balance that. But when it comes to real estate, we're all looking for opportunities. The only way you can receive opportunities is put your ego at check. I can't tell you how many events or social groups I go into and people just want to brag about their real estate. If you would take that same bragging and ask about people around you to see how you can help them out, you would get so much further in this business. And I'm here to tell you, the minute you ever catch yourself bragging or doing like that, go, is this serving me or is it helping grow my business? And once you make that distinction, now, when you check your ego, it takes time. Go, okay, here I go. I got to shut up. I can't do this. I got to find ways to help other people. And you guys have been to that party where one person just talks about how great and perfect their life is and stuff like that. That's all ego, man. And so in the beginning in wholesaling, if you can figure out how to put that in check, you can do a lot more amazing things because you're wide open.
You're open to it, right? And
by the way, the most successful wholesalers are the ones that never talk about their wealth, their cars, their houses, anything like that. They just go about and they keep in their business. I find the people who speak the loudest about how great they are, they usually have the biggest issues, but that's just my opinion, by the way.
It's big talk from a guy that doesn't have a Ferrari.
I
love it.
Listen, here's the problem. I used to be in the car industry in corporate America. So like cars literally do nothing for me. I saw somebody posted on the internet, on YouTube. It had like a keychain to go, what type of car should I get now? I'm like,
keychain costs $50.
I mean, seriously, seriously, are we doing polls about that? I saw somebody arguing the difference between like a Porsche and something else. I'm like, seriously, if you're a successful real estate investor and you got to shoot a video on which type of car you want to drive, dude, your ego is blown up. Check it. Like it's
I
ridiculous.
agree.
Me doing a car review on what I'm going to drive is of zero value to you. Now, if I want to project my ego to show you how successful I am, maybe I'm using that so I can get sales from you in a coaching program. Just understand that value proposition when people do it drives me freaking nuts.
I agree. So I just one thing about your ego, which I've humbly tried to stop myself from my ego. I would say my ego is down 90% from when I was 17 years old. And there's a lot more to go, obviously. But like what I can tell you is once you realize like how short life is, what really matters in life, bragging about your real estate and how much better you are than someone never does anything.
It doesn't help anybody. It just helps you. And then all those people walk out and go, man, that guy's just really running his mouth about his real estate. And then they go, he must be wildly successful. Did you ever think about the flip side? Maybe there's a purpose for doing it. Like the weird thing about your ego, it's like a survival mechanism built in your brain to make you always seem relevant. So
I'm telling you guys,
there's a good book. Ryan Holiday wrote a book on it, Lose Your Ego. It's absolutely amazing.
Ego's the enemy.
Ego's the enemy.
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
a
And
great
it
book.
just talks about like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And if you could, but the thing is, it's really hard to like in yourself. It's hard to recognize when it happens. You're like, okay, here, like, because someone will usually tell me, go, man, you're really bragging about yourself a lot. You need to like check yourself down.
When's the last time someone said that about you? You don't brag about yourself ever.
But you know what? You get older and like things like, dude, let me tell you, I was a wild child at your age and like not the good kind of wild child.
Yeah.
So it was a different type. Like I was really into my sports and corporate world and my college degree. And you guys, dude, I'm beyond humbled now after all that. It was a waste of my time.
And Mr. Fitzgerald, some of us love cars too. I don't care if you love cars. I love passive income too. And
yeah, but cars is just something you buy. I like cars, but like the type of car you drive, it doesn't impress me. Like the cars are not that much money. What the most expensive car you see is what, 350,000?
get a Bugatti for $1 million. That's the most expensive car,
yeah.
right?
But I'm just saying,
But,
it just like you can't be buying that stuff.
Is it McLaren?
I don't know, but if you don't have the net worth for it, like you are killing your business by owning a car like that. Have a $20-30 million net worth and liquid cash to make. Have all the toys you want. But like people buying that the first 2 years of wholesaling, you need to be buying assets that will pay you. Remember, you are taking an action, wholesaling to make money. Then you have to learn the behavior, the method to keep money. And then you got to figure out how to grow it, protect it, and really make it survive the rest of your life as you keep adding to it. And you will all go through these growth phases, but we're here just to concentrate on wholesaling. I want to get you there and the rest. But buying cars like that and stuff like that, I know it feels good, dude. Trust me.
No, it's not cars are not to impress. I get it.
But it gets old. Like after you drive it for a few months, the value is not there. I've bought stuff. I buy it. I go, man, that was awesome. And like 2 months into it, like, that was the stupidest purchase I ever made.
Well, I don't do that. But what I can tell you is,
do it. I did it. I'm here to tell you guys. Like I always made money. It took me longer to figure out how to keep and grow.
People can regret a car because it goes down in value. One thing I'll tell you is I've never regretted a rental property that pays me every month and profits like crazy. I've never said I regret that because I keep regretting it when it keeps pumping money into me. Guys, I remember the sexiest thing is like when kids used to buy like vending machines. Oh, you spend $1,000 and you get like 50 a month or something, or like 100 a month. I put 50K in the sub too, and I get like, 3K a month, like of all these little things. Like it's, guys, I'm telling you right now.
But think about this. Like if you were going to buy a Tesla 4 years ago, which a lot of people did, and they were somewhat reasonable. If you took that same money, invested in a Tesla stock, you would have got a 5 to 7 times return.
I know.
If you own that Tesla and you bought it for 50 grand, it's worth 20 today. If you understand that disparity, go, okay, well, I'm going to drive my beat up car until I make it to the next level. And then I'm going to take this money, because once you take that money and you start putting it, because remember, wholesaling, it is a self-employed job. That's the truth of it. You got to put that money to work. And when you put that money to work and buy assets that pay you, your life will open up. It doesn't mean you have to stop wholesaling. It's quite the opposite. But I'm just saying, it's like, we'll work that in as we do the trainings with you. But the idea is to get you started in wholesaling, show you the light at the end of the tunnel so you don't get stuck in your 9-to-5 rat cage. And then the next step is for you to learn how to keep that money, invest in it. And that's the difference. Do you want to buy a Tesla or do you want to buy into the company? Is a huge mind shift in what you do.
I agree. So let's answer a couple more questions. We'll get some of the one-on-ones.
I do like cars though. I just I don't
I like cars too, but
you got to house them, you got to insure them, you got to put freaking
Lord.
gas in them, and it's like,
yeah. Sharon said I went to a seminar at the end of April in Texas, and the lady for coaching was charging 19 grand.
that's not bad, huh?
What does it come with a rental property? Like I don't know what the stuff comes with.
Like we just want you to be aware of it, guys. So listen, you guys know how we feel about it. I just, if you're going to pay someone, you better make sure, like, there's so much stuff you have to ask. How many students do you have? Is it one-on-one? How often can I call you? When can I email you? When does it end? If I get in trouble, who do I call? Like, there's a lot of responsibility when you do stuff like that. I feel like a lot of them won't follow through on it.
I agree. So let's get through these questions.
Let's
I'm
do
going to do
it.
some one-on-ones real quick. Julio says the live is a little spicy today.
It is a little spicy.
Because these stupid gurus, these broke gurus keep coming on.
There was a question on there, and I saw it come up 3 or 4 times. You people are asked, don't even, like, it's long. Don't try to pull up.
I won't bring it up.
People are asking, listen, I have a seller that's elderly, and they need to sell, but, like, I can't find any family members. What do you suggest I do? Listen, if they need to sell, your job is to help them. Okay? If they're a senior citizen and they don't have any local family support, talk to them. Do not enter into a contract with them first, and ask who you can bring in the fold to help them, guide them through this journey. Okay? Always reach out to the kids first. That's the easiest one. But if there's no immediate family, which I've had that happen before, you can ask if there's a lawyer they deal with, or sometimes, in shocking fashion, they trust people at the bank. And unfortunately, bank employees do not go in there saying you're a wholesaler, because they're going to do everything they can to shoot you down. I actually had to bring in a lawyer from a bank employee screwing up a deal for this exact scenario. So start with family members, children, siblings, aunts, uncles, anyone local. Then try a lawyer. Then if you have to, work with a local bank, because odds are you're going to have to get something notarized. Please don't write a contract without them involved. I guarantee it will blow up in your face. So just because they're elderly doesn't mean that they don't need help. They actually need a lot of help. You just have to respect them. A lot of times we don't believe everything the elderly tell us, and you have to have an open mind when you go in this. So I agree. Some elderly people do not understand the value of your house, and you have to be careful with that conversation. So listen, treat it just like it was your mom or your grandma, and you're just going to do the right thing anyways. If you try to do something fishy, shady, it's going to blow up on you, and you could risk some type of prosecution. And for that reason, just cover your bases, take care of people. In the end, you want them to follow through on the transaction anyways. So if a family member is going to blow it up, you might as well just blow it up front and get it done with. So your job's to help people. Okay. I can't tell you how many times I've had an elderly person like, don't bring my kids in. They're a nightmare. I'm like, why do they keep saying this? And then you bring the kids in, and the kids are just a complete nightmare. I had a lady once, ready for this. She was like 78 years old. She goes, don't call my kids. They're a nightmare. Like, they're always manipulating me. And I'm like, maybe she's just old and senile. Well, the reality of the story is the kids were selling her house. They told me she was blind and deaf. And then they pulled up with her while she was driving when they came back from Dunkin' Donuts. A blind and deaf person doesn't drive a car. And then when they were moving, they wanted her to drive the moving truck. I think it was a 36-footer, roughly, on that. It wasn't the biggest one. And drive it all the way from Florida to Austin, Texas. Okay. Would you give a 78-year-old blind, deaf woman to drive the truck? And then I found out after the fact they were going there to take care of their special needs child. And then I was accused of everything. I'm just here to tell you, offer the guidance. And at the end, the family accused me, oh, you're taking advantage of grandma. I go, listen, you guys buy the house. I'm out. And at the end, they begged me to buy the house because they needed the money to fund everything else that's going on. So hear the stories, but listen, if you have a senior citizen and they're definitely isolated alone, please don't write the contract till you involve a family member. It's just, you rather find out the problems up front so you don't have a big blow up in the end. Worst case scenario, if you can't get any of those type of people, go and take them over to your title company and have them sit down with an escrow agent and just let them sit independently and tell the escrow agent exactly what they want to accomplish. then at least you have a third party to confirm what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. It's true. I've always said if they're over 65, I always ask just to talk. I've done this religiously, right?
Yeah.
I had one seller once where we bought their house and they were elderly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I literally talked to the son. Like, I remember the last one we did, I literally talked to the son. And the guy's like, yeah, like, why are you calling? I just want to let you know. And he was like, okay, why are you calling? I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And even if it's a weird, awkward conversation, I can sleep good at night. Legally, I don't really have to do that, right? But I sleep good at night knowing I called the son, the daughters. Hey, I'm buying your house for your mom's house for this price. She's working with me. If you have any questions, here's my phone number. I'm closing in 3 weeks.
Yep.
If there's any issues, please come to me. Here's the top. I literally do this, and I've always done this, and you've always taught me to do this, and that's what we always do. Guys, if someone is over 65, they're older. They actually have different rights because of their elderly.
You got to be very, very careful. And like a true story, I once knew a wholesaler. This is way back in the day. Bought a house from a little lady. She's like, I don't know what the value is. And she was confused. He bought it, made a ridiculous spread. When I say ridiculous, almost like, man, I don't know how you sleep at night. And lo and behold, about 6 to 8 weeks later, the ladies, I think it was an uncle, showed up, punched the wholesaler in the mouth, and they sued him, and they're criminally prosecuting him. Absolute nightmare. If you guys think you're cutting a corner by doing it, don't do it. Don't be tempted by it. The scariest thing when an elderly person says, I don't know what my house is worth, some of them actually mean that. Now, some of them are using it as a negotiation ploy. Don't kid me. But I'm just saying, bring people in because you don't want it to blow up. And honestly, if you treat them just like you would treat your own family, you're not going to have any issues. So when that comes up, help them out. Like, just walk them through a journey. And I always say, do you have a plan? Like, knowing where they're going to be, their time frame for moving. If they don't have a plan and they're elderly, then, odds are this is going to take some time. So just try to help work with them. And honestly, the family knows them a lot better than you, and they know their tendencies, and they can tell you if they tend to tell the truth or they don't. So I'm just saying, like, you can't like what the worst thing is when we have a little old person, they go, I don't know what the value is, Rick. I'm just like,
all the time. So last couple ones, I had a guru wanting to invest $70K into their 18-week program. Now he's following us. So, hi, guru.
That's absolutely
$70K.
insane.
Whoa.
And by the way, guys, even if you do hire a guru, if you get into an investment thing with your guru, that's really dangerous.
18 weeks.
Borderline.
18 weeks.
18 weeks.
No, 18 weeks for their 70K for an 18-week program. That's insane.
The programs are getting shorter and shorter because they want to kick people out, because if you don't have success a certain amount of time, they're just going to blame it on you.
It's crazy. All right.
Okay.
Last comment. We're going to get the one-on-ones here. Unfortunately, these days, people do not do anything to help others. They look for more money no matter what. They already had too much. They just look for more money no matter what they already have too much. You two are the exception. Many blessings. That's the last one I'll say, because I know Ryan did say that. The reason why we repeat so many times we don't want to sell you a course is
70K, man. I'm overloaded.
It's true, but the reason why we always tell you guys don't get a course is because it's really weird. And this is unfortunate truth for a lot of people watching us. It's hard when you get started in wholesaling real estate. You watch our videos, you don't believe that all this stuff's free. Everyone thinks there's always a catch. Yeah. And unfortunately, they're wired to that, right? Because 99% of every wholesaling education video is to sell a course, right? And we're the exception. And I get it why we have to repeat it all the time, because everyone's so fearful that, like, we're going to go sell a course, right? Yeah. There's a lot of like YouTubers in business that do stuff like that, and they give it all for free. Like, I was talking about Gary Vee. Everyone's like, what's the catch with him, right? What program he's going to sell? They have all these different guys out here, and it's hard for a lot of people, especially in YouTube, to give free value with people thinking it's a crazy course. Like, guys, I dare you to go to my TikTok and watch my comments. People are like, oh, this is a scam artist.
TikTok's brutal, man.
One person commented on my TikTok yesterday. This guy scammed me of 10 grand. I'm like, what?
It's just, we've designed it where
TikTok's the worst one. But yeah, guys, it's hilarious. If you ever want to chuckle, go to my TikTok, look at the comments and see how many people call me scam artist. And then you go to YouTube and everyone's super nice. I just thought it was funny. So let's do some one-on-ones, guys. Let's break it down.
TikTok's a special world where you spiral on videos. It's like,
geez, it's crazy. So let's do some one-on-ones. Let's talk. Let's do it. Let's do some charity because we got Jovi on. He's a Packers fan, so we got to help him out because things are not looking good last week. So we got to be
Not
extra
good at all.
I think Aaron was talking with Stafford.
Man, that was a hard one, man. But
You should have been doing more than that.
We'll get-
Not a
we'll
great
get there.
start to the
He's,
season.
dude, I tell you, Roger's spending more time on his man bun than he is on his game, man.
he'll bounce back. He'll bounce back.
I'll
You're
cut
fine.
that boy's hair. Just get down the football, shave your head, and get it done, dude. You're
I
gonna
know.
go down in like the Hall of Fame. But yeah, the funny thing is, people like, especially quarterbacks,
Yeah.
they only remember your last season, dude. Like
No,
Brett Favre was that was a travesty what he
No,
did. At the end.
you
He
still
should've-
remember
He
him.
should have retired to Packers, dude.
I know.
Everything with the Packers was phenomenal. As soon as he left, there was a
I
nightmare.
know. But
I
we're all
swear.
poking fun. We feel bad. But yeah, man, what's up? How can we help you
Keep
out?
hope alive. Keep hope alive. But yeah, we just wanna thank y'all for everything. Of course,
Of course, man.
constant studio of the game. I really ain't got much questions, but I do wanna sharpen my cold calling skills. I find
Okay.
myself doing the old and a lot. Like I be trying to catch myself doing. But if y'all got time, I just want to do a quick role play, get some critique from it.
Dude, you've done some deals, so I can't go easy on you. You know this.
Oh no, I definitely don't
He's
go
done
easy.
some deals. He makes some money. I can't go easy on him, all right?
Yeah,
You know,
definitely flex on. We put that muscle on.
All right, man. Let's do it. Yeah. So the cold call?
Yeah, do a cold
All right,
call.
go ahead. Let's get this.
Do.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Cord Jones. I was hoping to speak to the owner of 123 Main Street.
This is him.
How you doing? Like
I'm
I said,
good.
my name is Cord Jones. Can I get your name?
This is Zach.
Mr. Zach. Mr. Zach, you having a good day so far, Mr. Zach?
Pretty good. What do you want?
Cool. So I was riding by. Well, I seen this property that's been sitting for at least 3 months now that I know of. Just wondering what's going on with it. Why you ain't got a nice family living
What
up
do you
in
mean it's
there?
sitting there? What do you mean it's sitting there?
It's just sitting there. I rode by, like I said, 3 months ago, and I just rode by yesterday and noticed that there's no one living in it. Ain't nobody making the money off of it, as far as I know. Just calling to get a few questions about it.
Yeah, it's my vacation home.
Oh, vacation home. Cool deal.
Vacation
cool
home.
deal.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a while. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No pun intended, but I can definitely see, it hasn't been tended to for quite a while. There's
yeah, I haven't been there in a while, Yeah, I haven't been there in a little bit, but yeah, it's sitting there. I hope they're cutting the grass there, but yeah, it's just sitting there.
What's your you got any future plans for it other than your vacation home? You want to keep it as a vacation home, or would you be
I don't know.
interested in making some money off of it?
I don't know about this. I North Carolina is the vacation spot of the world, so it's great. I've been told. I don't know. I mean, if you can give me an offer, maybe I'll sell it to you. But yeah, possibly. I mean, what's your offer?
Oh, I'd love to get an offer to you.
Sure, what is it?
About that? And you're absolutely right about North Carolina. We got from the mountains to the beaches. We got you covered here. So I can understand why you would like the vacation here. Let me ask you something though. Before I give you an offer,
Sure.
you bought the car before, right?
Of course I have.
All right, from a dealership, from a friend.
Right from the dealership.
Right from the dealership. Okay, so you seen the car, it piqued your interest. Pretty sure the salesman told you about everything under the sun to get you a good price on it. Before you agreed to that price, before you agreed to that price.
Value.
Oh yeah.
I'm no schmuck. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I
So
know a
you
good deal.
tested it out, right? You tested
I
it out,
tested
right?
it out.
Right. So basically, I'm gonna have to do about the same thing. Just get this, a little test run. Just peek into it, see what's going on, see if it's something that I can make an offer on. Not just any offer, but a fair offer that will work for not only you but myself as well. I'm
So what do you
real
mean?
estate
Are you not
investor.
giving me an offer?
Oh yeah, I can. First off, let me ask
So
you
what's
this
the
though.
offer?
Well, when was the last time it's been updated?
I don't know. It looks good to me.
Yeah, looks can be
It looks
deceiving.
good to me. I like tile. I don't know. I bought it 15 years ago. So I don't know. It looks good to
Yeah,
me though.
between me and you, my wife looked good 15 years ago. Yeah, but now we 15 years into it. Let's just you get where I'm going with this, right? You get where I'm
I don't
going.
know what you're getting at. I don't get what you're getting at.
Oh Lord.
I could understand an analogy.
Right. 15 years is a long time though, so it'll be safe to assume that
I bet you it's gotten
it's
better with
good
age,
work.
like a fine wine.
Right.
Like my house.
You gotta put some time into that thing, right?
Yes, like my house is aging like a fine wine.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta do something about that. So
Oh yeah,
look,
great.
let's just assume that it needs some roof work, some paint work, a good bit of updating, right? Would you agree to that?
I mean, if you don't like 1990 style houses, I guess you could update it. But I
Right.
like the way it is.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand. But yeah, I'd love to get an offer to you. Let's see. How about this? Let me give you a call back in about an hour or so. Would that be a good time to call you back? I just want to do a little bit more research on it, dig into the neighborhood or whatnot.
Sure. Yeah. Anytime before the Bears Packers game this week, we should be good.
Oh yeah.
I'll be watching that game very, very, very closely. If you call me during that time, I will not answer. But anytime before that, I know that game's in a couple hours. So if you can call me before then, sure. If you call me during that time, no.
Who you rooting for, by the way?
The Bears. I would never, ever sell this to a Packers fan. So
Never ever.
never go Bears.
Never ever.
Yeah. So
Hey,
you like
on
the Bears,
that note,
right? Go Bears, right?
go Bears.
Go Bears. Yeah.
Go
Bears.
Bears.
That's what I thought. You
All right.
sound like a great man, a good Bears fan. I like those couple of guys. I like you. Let me call you back. Call me back. And we can talk about how much we hate Aaron Rodgers, and maybe I'll sell you a deal. We'll see what happens.
All right, sound good, Mr. Zach. Now I'll give you a call back in about an hour here.
All right. Appreciate
it.
it.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks. He answered the right question. His favorite football team is whatever his seller's favorite football team is. He knows what to do. I'm telling you, man.
A lot of people.
I've been a Steelers fan.
On that, man.
I've been a Cowboys fan. I have been a fan of the Patriots. I'm telling you, that has gotten me deals, dude. Why the average NFL fan anywhere in the country is most likely going to be a Cowboys fan. So I still always watch the Cowboys because when I used to go on appointments, every month there was always a Cowboys fan. Because I went to a lot of appointments. There was always one. Anywhere you go, there's going to be a Cowboys fan there. And it was always the same conversation. Oh, man, that was a bad week, wasn't it? I've never said it was a great week for the Cowboys. I've never said that on an appointment. But I can tell you, man, you did that right. You did that right.
That was a punch in the gut, too, out of everybody.
It's
Chicago.
I know they're playing them this week, but I just don't know, man. It's a test. But, bro, you go on an appointment, man, or you call them, and let's say they're a big fan of this thing, or they do. Let's say somebody says, hey, I love fishing. Maybe you did some fishing. You want to talk about how you might like fishing. Anything to connect with the person, right? And of course that's a joke, but like, dude, you go on an appointment or something, and they're like a big fan of the sports team. You don't have to say you're an explicit fan, but you can say something like, hey, the Cowboys did good last week, or something like that, right? It's just a connection, dude. It's just anything you can get for someone to connect with them. It works, dude. Dude, I cannot tell you, and I've said this a million times, and I don't get political on this at all, ever. I've gone to so many appointments where there was a guy wearing a, Team Blue political party. And I was like, I really like that hat. And someone had the little red hat. I said, I love that red hat. I could give any care in the world about what president. But whoever it is, I'm going to be a fan of that seller, and it's always getting me deals, dude. Every single time.
Yeah, and remember when the seller offers you a rapport gift, it's up to you to take it, especially on the phone. So I get it. But when they offer it to you, that's how you can build rapport.
It's a gift, man.
When you have to constantly fish and they won't give it to you, it's a tougher conversation. So when they throw it out there, just expand on it. So I'll spend, when I'm trying to break the ice with him, I'll spend 5-10 minutes talking.
And he's doing a lot of virtual.
Yeah.
So one thing I give to you too is if you hear a dog barking in the background, hey, what kind of dog you got? I love dogs. I don't care if you hate dogs. I love dogs. What's the dog's name? Write it down, dude. I promise you call back. Hey. And then you hear the dog bark. Hey, how's Chester doing? Dude, it's just the little rapport stuff. Because everyone, how do you build rapport in virtual wholesaling? If you can just get any of those gimmies out there, it's going to help, dude. All the time.
Right.
Like I did a deal where I made $57,000 at 19 years old on a virtual deal. And I literally talked to her because she was a nurse, right? And my sister's a nurse, right? And we connected with that, right? And that was another rapport piece. Like, I know how hard he works. Nurses work their tails off, right?
Yep.
And I did that. It helped me so much. So just any little rapport part. But yeah, man, I was a good convo. I was just joking at the end, but I'm just showing you some people give you gimmies, man, and you just got to get it. But
you got to run.
That was great. You got to run with it.
I get it.
My only thing
these sellers, some of the calls I have been making, they threw something at me, okay.
Yeah. All the time, man.
You really I'm realizing you really do got to think fast on your feet dealing with these sellers, because the long pauses in betweens, I'm working on the pauses in betweens, and like you were saying yesterday with the and the and
right, here's a little tip for you. When you have a tendency to say or the pauses, just don't speak. It actually it's fine. It's actually normal. People do that to comfort themselves. You actually make sellers uneasy by doing that, and you can lose credibility, especially in confidence with them. So if you have a tendency to do it, once again, get off the phone and then practice. And then when you start to do it, just stop talking. It's actually helped me. It helped me out phenomenally when I did that. The and stuff, it's for you. It's for nobody else. And once you understand you're doing it to soothe your soul because you feel like you don't know what to say, a natural conversation that's not scripted is going to have natural pauses in it. There's no other way. We are not slick politicians. I don't want you to be a used car salesman. Just, I didn't think about that. And just stop and collect your thoughts and let them talk, and you'll be fine. Also, when you do and pauses, you're dominating the conversation as opposed to letting your seller give you as much information as you can. So if you talk about an 80-20 talk, meaning the seller talks 80% of the time, your if you have a 3 or 5 minute conversation, can take up 20% of that time. So if you guys have a tendency to do that, just stop speaking. And you go, well, Rick, it's going to be really awkward. It's a pause. No, the idea is to let your seller fill in that gap while you try to recollect and think what you need to say off your hand. A lot of times, the more scripted you are, the more unnatural the conversation is. So I thought you actually did well with that part. So it just, this is like stand-up comedy sometimes. You don't know how the crowd's going to react to you, especially when you're calling 100 sellers. And some of them are going to throw you way off. You just can't let one affect you to the next call.
It's true. You did really good there, man.
I thought you were fine, dude. You're a funny dude. It comes out. So
one thing I could tell you though on that call, the only thing I would change is when you did that car analogy, it was great. You just got to you have to tell them about it. I think a problem a lot of people are having this car analogy thing is you're saying the analogy, but you also got to explain it to them, right? So you would test drive the car before you bought it. Yes. I might be dumb. You got to explain to me what that means. You said it. So I can't buy your house without test driving, actually looking at it. Can you tell me a little more about it? Oh, okay. That makes sense. You just got to explain it to me at the end, because in that convo, most sellers will get it, but a certain amount of them won't get it. and you just got to explain that. Because I kept asking about the offer because I clearly didn't understand what you said. You just got to explain it to me. Say, hey, I have to test drive before I see it. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's really it. Everything else is good. The pauses, you ask questions.
I didn't think your pause
You got
was
the
bad at all.
condition, time frame. It was a weird like type of deal. That was great. I liked it.
Yeah.
So far
I
as
was
like the initial call, I know I don't want to just start throwing numbers out there. So
Oh, smart.
I figured the initial call is just basically to see if they're just simply interested in
That's
taking
it.
the offer or not, right?
That's it, man.
Yeah, okay, boom. And then just move on from there. If not interested in any offers, thank you for taking my call. Hope you have a blessed day. If you are, let me look into it a little bit, give you a call right back.
Yeah,
100%.
just be careful with like the wife analogy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
It's
wouldn't
just-
say the
it's-
wife
it's
analogy,
Gonna, it's gonna
man.
walk you down and like, because then it's like, well, what's wrong with your wife? Is she ugly or like something like that? And you're gonna step on your toes. So it's a cute comment, but like you can't remember we can't take risk with sellers because this is a business. So it's like I don't do any comparison because they could go, well, if he's disrespecting his wife, why would I have a public property? So funny, dude, you had me on the floor,
and the seller's wife probably just recently passed, maybe about 2-3 years ago.
Oh yeah, you get one of those. It's not good, right? It's like saying a yo mama joke and someone's mom passed away.
Yeah,
it'll never go down well, man.
I was raised on all school on your mama jokes,
but you can't do a yo mama joke on that. That's terrible.
They
So
can't, yeah,
that's
do not risk like high-end risky comedy on cold calling because it will. It does sometimes it just doesn't translate. It could be funny, but like
now,
like
for an example, you can say, "Hey, I remember what I looked like 15 years ago." If you do self-deprecating humor, that's always a joke. I remember what I looked like 15 years ago.
Don't do the.
I ain't the same, right? Yeah, so you just do it on yourself. Now, me 15 years ago is probably not a good example, but like
years ago, you're like,
I know, but like, but what I can tell you is if like you do it for you, that's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way I'd answer that one. But yeah, that was great, man. Good job.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
appreciate you. I'm gonna hop on this call now.
Okay.
All right, have a good one.
Good luck, man.
That threw me off. Yeah, guys, do if you're gonna make fun of somebody, just do it on yourself. Because the only person that'll be upset is yourself, right?
That could go bad too.
Yeah, but not too bad. But yeah, Fitz.
Hello there.
What's up?
I'm good. So first I want to just thank you guys for all that you've done. I've been learning a lot, and I would say, so I'm originating in like Florida, and I've been trying to get into the virtual market in Alabama, and I've been cold calling for about 5 days, and I got my first lead. Oh, I'm from Naples, Florida.
Oh,
okay, that's not a bad market. I know where Naples is.
Okay, well,
I know where Naples is. Okay, jeez, Naples ain't a bad market either, but Alabama's not bad. Yeah, that's a good one
not
too.
bad. I mean,
so where so you got your first lead. What's going on?
So my lead was basically like kind of asking like, oh, are you gonna like come around and check out the property? And I'm virtual. I kind of froze up, didn't know what to say, and I made an appointment for tomorrow to call them and talk to them more about the property and like ask them more about questions. And I guess I would say I kind of want to know what should I say to, like, should I tell them that I'm virtual? I'm doing this all virtually, or I would say that's why I'm stuck.
Good question. So have you gone to freewholesaling.com?
Yes, I have gone to freewholesaling.com.
Have you gone to the acquisitions part of virtual wholesaling?
No, I've not gone through
so
that completely.
I'm not saying that to like be upset at you. I'm just telling you, so if you did that, it's all in there where I show you what to say. So the way you say it is obviously there's a million ways to close someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best chance of getting a deal like sold and actually done is if you actually go out here and say, hey, we're looking to buy your property. What we can do is the way we do it is we actually buy properties right now. We just send you over the agreement and then we have somebody go look at the property. That's the way we do business. If you just let them know what's going to go on in the process, they're going to have no questions. So you get in trouble like, wait, Fitz, you're not coming by and looking at the house and you're not doing it before you agree. What's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can avoid that if you go and say, hey, the way we do this is we talk to you about it. We trust you in the condition. We don't have to see it starting out because we trust what you have to say. And then from there, we can just get an agreement done. Then we confirm the condition and then we close on it.
Yep.
That's it. It's pretty simple. And then they're like, well, that's weird. Well, you can explain. Zillow used to do it like that. Open Door. A lot of these iBuying services and these big companies, they all do it like this. It's more efficient.
Yeah.
And you just explain it from there. Go to freehosting.com. It's all in there. But you have to be upfront with the seller and let them know that's for anything, right?
Yeah. And Fitz, change that battery in your
change the
smoke
battery,
alarm.
man.
That's fuck.
How are you gonna sleep at night? I had that once when I was trying to sleep. I'm like, nope.
That's
Grab a
when you
ladder.
take the baseball bat too and start swinging it at 3 o'clock in the morning. But
Oh man.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I've heard it
that's
so
really it.
long now. I've gotten just deaf to it.
Buy a battery, dude.
I need to.
50 cents for a battery. That's probably $2 for those batteries, right? Bro, just get a battery and you'll be good, man.
Yeah.
Just go to freehosting.com, dude.
I will. Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
See you.
All right.
Ooh, had the last beep in there, man.
Oh god, I was beeping that one.
That hurt.
I know.
Like
Benji,
stereo.
Hey, what's up?
Waterman, what's up? How can we help you out?
Good. Just before we start, if my seller calls, just skip me and come back to me, okay?
Okay.
No, we keeping you live on this.
Oh,
We're gonna see where we're gonna critique it.
All
We're gonna pick
right.
you apart. No, man, you're
All
good.
right.
We want to get that
So-
deal. We don't want anyone else getting it.
So let me just do a quick thing where I'm at. So I sent the paperwork over to title company A.
Nice.
Never got back to me. Weren't proactive. So immediately.
Title
I
company?
Huh?
Title company wasn't proactive?
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
I sent in the paperwork. As soon as I sent it in, they'd never called me back. They never sent me instructions for the EMD and stuff like that. So I did an addendum with the sellers. I gave myself more time. So we extended the contract. We doubled it. So I got 60 days and 40 days for inspection.
Wow.
I really have a good relationship with these people. So new title company. It's a son and mom. So I'm kind of happy. They do everything. I vetted them. And the only thing is now is I sent the paperwork and I just deposited the check today at the office. And he just called me saying that they need the one who's incarcerated. They need his signature on there. And I told them the whole durable power of attorney thing. So my question with you is because I want to start marketing this deal as early as I can. I just don't know if I should, because technically the contract isn't executed yet because they don't have the signature. So I just wanted your opinion on that, whether I should start marketing to cash buyers or not.
Listen, title companies they're just going to tell you what makes them feel comfortable. At the end of the day, as long as you get that signature by the closing date, you're completely covered. So,
Okay.
Some title companies like it perfect by the book. They're going to tell you there's some risk if this person doesn't sign it.
Right.
Nobody wants to find out at the very end. So if you're confident in all the information you've been gathering, then you can move forward. If you think it's 50-50 at best, then, nobody wants to waste their time and drag people in there. So if you have a 75% probability, I would say move forward, because you'll earn more money the more time you have, because you can get a cash buyer to pay you more, because the more time you get, the more money you get. That's just how wholesaling works.
Right.
If you're under a 48-hour time frame, you got to take the first one that comes across your bow. So ask yourself what percentage you think that you can confidently get the incarcerated person's signature.
So the seller's supposed to call me tonight. They're working on getting the DPA for him within the next week. So based on that conversation, I feel like I'm at probably 65, 70 right now.
Okay.
Just based on how they talk about him and stuff like that. So, and once they get that, I just have to let them know that they have to take the paperwork to where he's being held so he can sign it.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. But
yeah, and just find it from your title company what exact paperwork they need and what's acceptable, because to do this twice is painful. And honestly, if you're going to visit them, you should probably try to get all the documents set up. So, just in case you can't get another signature. I've had this happen before to me. So
basically kill two birds with one stone.
This is a very advanced conversation to have with your title company. Go, listen, I don't know how many more times I'm going to get this guy to sign. They're not going to let you sign a blank HUD, but it's
right. Well, the whole thing is,
Just
The
talk
whole-
to them and just let them know, because every time you got to get a signature, you could have a 2 to 4 week window just to get that signature.
Right. So the thing is once the only signature we need from him is the signature for the durable power. Once that one of the other brothers has the durable power, they said he can sign any documents
Okay.
for him.
So find out what the time frame is, and you're at 65%. Just make sure that number is increasing, and if it decreases, you're going to have to make a pivot, because if it gets below like 60, I've jumped the gun on a lot of deals. Like sometimes this is wholesaling. Sometimes stuff doesn't work out. So you learn and you go through, but like you don't want a buyer upset with you if you can't follow through on a deal because you're missing one person's signature. So 70% is always my number, because I'm like, okay, because I'm a betting man, and the numbers will come out in my favor in the long run. Every now and then I get one that blows up on me, but everything you're telling me, I would move forward. Just you progress on getting that piece done and make sure it gets done in a reasonable time, and you should be in good shape.
Okay. Awesome. That's all I had for you guys. So
okay, awesome.
Right.
Keep us in the loop, man. Good luck.
Yep, will do. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Take care.
Okay.
All right. Last one real quick. We'll put Niyama on there. What's up, bro? How can I help you out?
He's been waving his hand, man. Dude, he knows how to flag somebody down. I love it, man.
Oh my lord.
That extra effort, man. I go, you got to get this guy on.
Most definitely.
What's going on, man?
Nehemiah, man. Nehemiah. But actually, I was at work today. I called someone. He was I was on my break and he called me back. He was willing to he said he's trying to sell his house and get rid of it because he didn't know he had it. He had it since 2005.
Okay.
Now, what did he say? He said he has, I think, 80,000 liens. So I don't know what to do with something like that. He said he's trying to.
How much is the house worth?
He wants to sell it for $7,000. $7,000.
What kind of liens are we talking here?
Oh, he didn't say what kind of liens. I didn't look into that.
You're gonna have to figure that out, man, because if it's a lien that's negotiable or a lien that's non-negotiable, right? So an HOA lien is non-negotiable, right?
Yeah,
you already signed that.
You're not getting anywhere.
But a code violation lien is 100% negotiable. Not all of it, but like you got to figure it out. Most likely, I'm guessing it's a code violation, but I could be wrong. If it's a child support lien, you're screwed. So if it's worth $7,000 and he owes 80 on it,
Oh,
I
no,
would.
he's trying to give $7,000, but okay, this is Baltimore, but in the neighborhood, houses are between 10 to maximum 30,000.
Bro, I would love to tell you right now what to do, but I don't know unless I know the lien. Because if there's 80,000 in a lien that just can't be put down, then the guy's going to lose $73,000, and there's just no point in that. And he's just going to let it get demolished, and then he doesn't have to deal with it. That might even be the best option for him. And I hate to say that, but it depends on the lien. Because if it's a lien based on his issues, this is not your problem. There's nothing you can do. So if I sign a crazy loan and then I can't buy it back because I buy a Lambo, and now I owe $80,000 on my house that's worth $7,000. Like, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. There's nothing you can do. I just made a bad thing, right?
So you have two options here. Number one, you have the seller's name. Just verify it against the property appraiser's site.
Yeah.
And then you can go in your county clerk of courts and you can research the lien.
Records.
Yeah, on public records, you can research the liens
Or
on
ask
it.
him.
Number two is you can ask him. And number three, if you have a relationship with a title company, or if you want to start a relationship with a title company, just ask them to pull up a quick pencil search on it. And if you're not adept with liens, because not everyone knows how to research them, have a title company and they'll tell you exactly what it's for. Odds are it's probably going to be some sort of city or code violation. And if it's balled up that big, unless you can call and negotiate it, that's going to be a tough one. So take one of the three options, whichever one you're most comfortable with, and find that out before you spend too much energy on this deal to find out if you can even make the deal work.
Okay, and then what if it is negotiable?
Negotiate.
Yeah, negotiate.
Let's figure out, come back on here and we'll talk about how to negotiate liens.
You got to find out where it came from.
Figure out where it comes from, because for 80,000, it's definitely not a code violation. It's going to be something. Tell me what it is.
Well, code violation can rack up, but it's
80K is going to be that's a big one. Because what is it, $50 a
big
day?
one.
So I want you to look it up and then get back with us.
Yeah, that's a
All
big
right.
one. Find out what it is, and then you can see if you can solve the problem.
Yeah.
So it's like an Easter egg hunt.
All right, I'll talk to you.
5 years.
On
5 years of
every-
code violation. So
Yeah.
yeah, get back with us and we'll let you know.
All right, have a good one. Thank you.
How we going, bro?
Awesome.
Boom, guys, I'm telling you right now, we're going to help you learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free, guys, on this channel. We are not stopping. These gurus are scared. We've already dealt with them today. They are scared of the information we give. They are scared of it. And I'm letting everyone know right now, we are not stopping. We're actually going harder in the paint now than ever. And we're this year, next year, I don't care, next 20 years, we're going harder than ever to give you free wholesaling content. So guys, do us one big favor. Go to the bottom here, freewholesaling.com, get free real estate wholesaling information. And I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to make these gurus cry. We're going to make you rich. And there's nothing else I could ever want, right?
That's it.
That's it, guys. So appreciate it, guys. Go to freewholesaling.com and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, you'll be on tomorrow.
I'll be on tomorrow. So if you
And,
guys weren't able to get on, jump on tomorrow. I take a mental screenshot. Everyone didn't get on there. So I miss Sally, Chaddock, Matt, I think Jovi, but jump
we
on
were
there.
talking to Jovi,
Yeah, we
promo.
did. See,
Yeah.
I double talk. I'll talk to him again tomorrow. I don't care, man.
Great.
We'll role play.
All right, guys.
Have a
We'll
good
see you
time, man.
soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one,
I'll
guys.
see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern.
freewholesaling.com. Hey
you
guys, Zach Ginn here from Flip with Rick. And after helping tens of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate and helping so many people out go from $0 to $100,000 in wholesaling real estate, I'm super excited to announce my new wholesaling mastery course. This wholesaling mastery course will have everything step by step on the whole entire wholesaling processes. I'm going to give you real deal examples. I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole wholesaling process. This course will give you everything you need to know to make up to $100,000 to over $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate profits. Most real estate gurus out there will charge you around $5,000 for a course like this. But today, if you click on the link, you'll get my wholesaling mastery course for the low price of
Sell out.
what?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I knew you would do this. I knew you were going to go the course route with the guru. It goes against everything we've preached from day one. Don't be a sellout.
The course is free.
What?
The course is free. I'm giving it for free.
Oh, I apologize. Carry on.
Jeez, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, duh. Do you think I'm going to go sell out as like a regular guru selling you a course? I'm not trying to make money off of you guys. Guys, over here, all you got to do is click there to just sign up. No gimmicks, nothing. Absolutely for free. It's a free wholesaling course. Literally, I've seen every single wholesaling course. I have access to all the 10,000 mentorships. Guys, I literally copied them step by step. I literally have an entire course set out just for you for wholesaling real estate. Click on that and let's